Hi fam! Hi everybody! Okay, today I've really got to get to the point because this is really, really important, and a lot of you have made such tremendous progress, and I don't want this cascade of feelings that are about to hit you or are hitting you or you're trying to wash off you to stop your incredible progress. Now, what I'm referring to is the narcs that have been in your life. Some of them, they were in your life a year or two ago or three or whatever, and for some reason you'll find you've reconnected, whether it's a gathering or an event or a lawsuit, a divorce, something like that. Others of you, it might be an employee and he's back. Others of you, it might just be a family member and they've decided to drop in for whatever. They want to let you know that they've changed and all that kind of thing. And when that happens to you, you find yourself feeling, even though you did a ton of work and it's been years or it's been time, you've analyzed it, you've done your shadow work, you've gotten over how they severed your heart in strips. You've gotten over how they pounded your heart into juice. You've gotten over all that because you filled up and you recognized your star quality. You recognized who you are because the crud finally cracked open and took off what they shitted on you for years and years and years, conditioning and gaslighting and all those kind of things. And so now you find yourself shining. Now you find yourself resonating with different types of people who get you and who fucking love you, like fucking instantly. And all of a sudden you're gonna need to deal with this, and you thought you had it all under control. And then you get this well of emotion and you're asking yourself, why? Like, why would all this come back? Why? Especially where they never made your criteria to begin with. You lowered your standards. You lowered because a part of you was so attracted to the part that they needed love, was so pulled to where they needed to be healed, where you could give your love. And so now, sorry, just checking my notes. You've analyzed the collateral damage, you've analyzed what it's taken, you've analyzed the years it's had on your life, you've analyzed all that, and you just can't understand what the fuck is going on. And I'll tell you exactly what's going on. When you first met with them, you need to understand that pull that you had towards them was for a very significant reason. It wasn't just a healing thing and you need to fix and probe and build up souls and all the things that your family life thought you catered to because you were completely on your own, completely abandoned, and your way of feeling loved was to give. So now you confuse, or you've got this mesh over you that feels love when you bandage someone. So you're not getting shit, but you're bandaging, and bandaging makes you feel loved because that's all you got. You need to understand right now what you're going through, this emotion, this grief, this heaviness. You're mourning the innocence of that relationship. That little girl and little boy that connected. Because love is about innocence. You wholeheartedly loved and trusted them. A child's love. And that's key. Why? Keep listening. The weight of this pain, you might be wondering, why is it so heavy? Why, when it doesn't make sense, because they hurt you, yes, but it's not like they were someone you valued in terms of who they are. You loved and you cared for them, but you didn't value their ways, their behavior, and who they are, especially their cruelty. So why is the pain now so heavy? I'll tell you why it's so heavy. Your soul remembers this connection and the silent vow each of you made to get it right in the next lifetime. The more intense the pain, the more numerous lives you guys have shared together. You are mourning the pain of that little boy and that little girl that thought they were finally going to end up together in this lifetime. The memory vibration of that is the weight of this relationship's pain. You are crying and feeling the heaviness of a vow that's been broken, of a little boy and a little girl that in their hearts made a promise in love, whether consciously or not, that they would never part. In each lifetime, something happened. One died off, someone was a dick, someone was a bitch, it didn't happen. That's what you're crying for. And as I was gearing myself for this up and coming thing, needing to reconnect with someone, and I'll tell you, it's quite one thing when you're just getting over, a separation or someone leaving you for another human. Like, to me, no biggie. Like, it's a biggie, don't get me wrong, because of trust and all that, but when someone leaves you in a state where your health is so impaired because of their action, even though you begged them, even though you felt like you were going to die and you begged them not, or to stop what they were doing or whatever. And this doesn't necessarily have to just be physical abuse. It could be emotional abuse. It could be doing something that impairs your health. And something like that is so vile, that is so cruel and inhuman. The weight of that, as I realized, was not about him. It was about the little girl and the little boy in him, in innocence, that vowed to be together. But it didn't happen. That's what you're feeling. And as soon as I realized that, as soon as I felt that, I turned inside to my little girl and I just said simply, I will protect you. And the most amazing thing happened. When I said that, I will protect you, I felt drive emotion, I felt neutral, I felt contained, I felt separated from the anguish. That 1 degree of separation between you and your little boy, between you and your little girl. The one that jumped in to protect you in your family growing up. When you didn't get this or didn't get that or didn't get that, they jumped in to protect you. And they've been protecting you in your life ever since. AKA overreacting, feeling defensive, justifying everything, having to explain themselves. That's your little girl. That's your little boy. That's not an adult. That's not an adult. The actions that you take on with people that you've been trying to get rid of for years is simply 1 degree of separation between your little boy or girl and you, and letting them know that you will protect them instead of embodying them. And so they get a chance to rest. And there's no one more fierce that will protect their little boy or their little girl than you. And so now, after I realized my little girl has been protecting me all this time, and again, example, overreacting, guilty, defensive, up and down emotionally, decisions here, then changing your mind, wanting to forget the pain instantly and start again, like a little kid would if someone threw sand in their eyes, just like a little kid would. Not understanding that when a narc does this and it severs you, it's going to continue because you can't see that as a little girl or a little boy. So you see, that same innocence that drew you two together due to the vibrational weight of time repeating itself was in need of protection all this time. They needed protection all this time. But instead, they were protecting you in their childish antics. This is why you're so over-emotional. This is why you can't make decisions. This is why you make poor choices. This is why you go with the wrong crowd but can't defend yourself. This is why you can't make up your mind. This is why you can't see good from bad. This is why you just overlook shit and have them slap you up the ass again. The family you landed in for sure as a girl, father issues, absent, dismissive, abuse, addiction, or you as a boy, mother completely unfeeling and cold as fuck, uninspiring, no nourishment, probably didn't breastfeed you and you kind of really need that, absent, alcoholic, addiction, in which your little boy or your little girl jumped in to action for the remainder of your life to help you, so you never fully grew. So the little girl or the little boy was never able to feel fully trusting of life, fully safe, because that was omitted from the formula. Sorry, notes. If you're emotional over someone not worthy of you, a person who hurt or severed you or like stripped you to pieces, it is your little girl or little boy reacting. That's all. Turn to them now and release them from still jumping into action for you. And within that second, as you turn and say, I will protect you. I will protect you. You, my friend, will drop instantly everything that coded you with shit, that made you act a certain way, that kept you stuck in your life because there's so much tar. And you will be calm, neutral, content, and happy. You will trust yourself. So I beg you, right now, protect your little girl. Protect your little boy. They're tired. And enjoy your newfound adulthood. A land of expectation, freedom, and certainty, because you know your shit. If you like this video, even if you thought it was weird or too deep or whatever, I would love to hear from you about it. And if it really resonated with you, please go ahead and give me a review. The link is just below, so I can reach more people like you, and we could turn over a whole century of living out little girls and little boys in adult bodysuits. Bye for now.